Hey guys, it's Alex VA back here with part 3 to the Yandere style X listener. So this art that is on the screen was actually sent in by one of my subscribers. She did watermark it, but because of the way that I, do my, thumbnail, screen, it cut off the watermark. So just to give her credit, I did put down, what her watermark or her watermark name was, or there. I don't know the pronouns. It would be great if you would tell me. I want to respect those pronouns. But I have one more piece of art from them that I will be using for another Sal X listener. I really do enjoy their art, so I really hope that they send me more. But yeah, but if you guys have any Larry art that you like, or any even Ashley or Sal, I'm planning on doing some Travis here soon. You can send those to me and I'll use them for my thumbnails if you want me to. Of course, I will give you credit because, well, you were the one that did the art. Most of the art that I show on my thumbnails are not my art. They belong to someone else. I'm not taking credit for them. I just found them off Pinterest and was like, oh, I like that. Paste. So, yeah. You guys will know my art if it's my art because I will tell you. But yeah, let's get into it. You woke up a couple hours later. The smell of what seemed to be wet wood and the sound of rain, or the smell of wet wood encased your nose, and the sound of rain hitting a metal roof encased your ears. As you fully woke up, you realized you weren't in your bed, but instead on a concrete floor that looked to be part of a shed. You got up as you backed away onto the wall and started to shake and tremble with fear, not knowing what to do. You saw ropes were tied neatly around your wrists and ankles to make it basically impossible for you to run or anything. Your mouth was taped shut, so no, you couldn't call out for help. You tried to tangle yourself out of the ropes, but they were too tight. They were tied too great. You couldn't get out of them. You sat there until you heard the door finally open. Listener, it's good to see you're awake. I hope I didn't hurt your head when I put you on the ground. I tried my best to set you down nicely. Are you cold? Do you need a blanket? Don't worry, I brought a few. Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Oh, right. You have tape on your mouth. I can take that tape off if you promise me you won't cry out for help. Pinky swear. Alright. Where are you? Oh, that's not important. Why are you here? To keep you safe, listener. I can't be having anybody try to grab you from me, can I? Listener. Look at me. I said look at me. You're so beautiful. No wonder I wanted to keep you all to myself. Ever since high school. After graduation and now college. Right, college. You still gotta pass, huh? Know what? I'll school you here. I'll go and get your homework from all of the teachers, and I'll bring it back here and help you. Till I at least feel safe that you're here, until I at least think it's safe for you to go back out. Or until you promise me you won't try and run. I'm not a lunatic. I just can't handle losing the one I love. He put the piece of tape that he had on your mouth back on and got up from his kneeling position and started to walk towards the door when he heard you shifting around. You had been thinking, why did Sal kidnap you? And then you started thinking again. Was he the one with all the unexplained murders that have been happening? He turned around to see that you were obviously in distress. He came back up to you and tore the piece of tape off your mouth, causing you to yelp in pain. He looked at you and asked, "You have a question, listener? Am I the one that's causing all of the people to go missing? Or dying?" Oh, listener. Bingo. Guess you caught me. Where did all the love go? No, listener. I remember all the times we used to hang out together. When we would hang out together, you'd have love in your eyes, not fear, not concern, not hatred. Why don't you love me? You did love him, and you still do, but you couldn't love him now. He was acting crazy with you. He kidnapped you away, took you away, and it's not letting you go. But why is your heart burning for him? Why do you want him? You didn't know why. All you knew is that you needed him. Something had clicked in your brain the moment you saw him standing over you. The moment when you woke up and he came through that door. The moment that he ripped that piece of tape off your mouth for the second time, causing you to yelp in pain. Something was going on. And you liked it. You didn't answer him, though. You just sat there as your eyes softened. Sal didn't wait long until he put the piece of tape back over your mouth and walked out. You sat there, not knowing what to do. You couldn't love a murderer. You couldn't love a kidnapper. But you did. You didn't know how to stop it. Little did you know there was going to be no way. You were going to die with that pain in your heart, that burn in your chest. You didn't sleep well that night. You were up and too busy thinking about him and what he'll do to you. and when he'll let you go. You were too busy thinking about what would your mom think. You were too busy thinking about what about Larry, Ash, Todd, Neil. Wouldn't they question where you were? You got about 2 hours of sleep that night. Till the sun leaking in from the small window woke you up again. You looked out and you saw a little digital clock on a table. 8:35 it read. It was 8 o'clock in the fucking morning, you thought. He kidnapped you last night. You sat up, expecting to still see your ropes on your hands, but they weren't there. Instead, your ropes were replaced with handcuffs, and this time they weren't behind your back, they were in front of you. Your feet were free though, which meant you were able to walk around. You got up quickly, tearing the piece of tape off of your mouth as you walked over and started to try to open the door. Click. Didn't open. Tried opening it again. Click. Didn't open. You hit your 2 hands on the door as you realized there was a deadbolt on the outside. You walked back over to the table where you just saw a plate of food, a glass of water, and a note from Sal saying, "Hope you like it when you wake up." You grabbed the food, not knowing what could be in it, but you were starving, so you ate it. It was cold. It must have been prepared a few hours ago. Did he come in here while you were sleeping? No, he couldn't have. You would have woken up, right? You didn't know. All you knew is that the food was delicious. It was Sal's cooking. You could tell by the ingredients he used. The butter on the toast, the way the toast was cooked and prepared, exactly the way you liked it. The seasonings on the eggs and the sausage that you absolutely adored. The drink he gave you was your favorite, although you didn't want to drink it. But you did. You were so thirsty. After finishing your meal, you sat back in a corner and huddled into a ball. You wanted to cry, but none were coming out. No tears. No nothing. You looked down at your shaking body as you realized something. He hadn't hurt you. Did he really love you, you thought? Was he actually doing this to protect me? You heard a loud click come from the door as it swung open. Sal had a handheld saw in his hand and some firewood on his shoulder as he walked in, closing the door but not locking it. Weird, you thought. Did he trust you? He set the wood on the table that had your empty plate as he gathered all of your empty or gathered the empty plate and the glass that he had given you. He walked over to you. I'm surprised you haven't tried fighting back yet, listener. You probably tried escaping while I was gone. Huh. Obviously that didn't work. Why didn't I lock the door when I came in? You're not gonna leave while I'm here. I'll stop you. Why do you think I took all of those running classes? Why do you think I went to the gym all the time? Just in case. You know, it takes real muscle to plunge a knife into someone's chest and then pull it back out. I told you, listener, you're not leaving. I don't care if you kill me, you're not leaving. His cold hand touched your face as you looked over, as your eyes darted over to his wrist. You could see healed self-harm scars. You remember the first time seeing the fresh cut ones. You cried when you first saw them, the thought of him doing that to himself. You couldn't bear it. You didn't even realize that with your handcuffed hands, you had gone up and touched his hand until you felt a coldness beneath your fingertips. And his face went blank. He looked over to your hands, then back at your face. He then pulled you into a kiss. You didn't fight back. You didn't try stopping him. You just leaned into it. He pulled away after a few seconds, grabbing the plate and the glass of whatever you had, and walked out. But not after turning around. His eyes under his mask staring at you, and a small "I love you" coming out of his mouth. You watched as he walked out, hearing the click of the deadbolt, the sound of his footsteps trailing off. You sat there. He kissed you, and you leaned in. Why didn't you pull away? You should have. He's crazy. Then you stopped. He's not crazy, you thought. He's lovesick. You looked at the door again, and then back down at your hands. And I might be too. Alright, so I'm going to end this here. There is going to be another part, and I am still continuing the Larry series. Just so you guys know, yes, I am going to be continuing doing Sally Face content, even now I am now bringing in MHA. So actually it looks like, because the villains one, I also put up a poll later that night, after the villains, and said which villain you wanted. I was really hoping people would want to do Shiggy, because I had an idea for Shiggy, but I'm going to do Dobby, and somebody wanted a Toga, since nobody really does Toga that much, and yeah, so I'm gonna do those two, Dobby first, Toga, and then a Shiggy one. Fair warning, I am going to try to do Shiggy's voice more crackly, and Toga's is going to be more high-pitched and insane. I can do a voice sort of like that, and Dobby's is just gonna be like, I'm trying to think of who. like a deeper type voice that isn't like too deep. I don't know. You'll see it when I come up with it, but I am going to be doing that. But yeah, I am still going to be making Sally face content because I know you guys enjoy that a lot. And I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do for the black phone content, because I know some of you guys really want Robin back, and I'm debating whether or not I should bring back the Vance series, just because I did kind of like, I kind of did, that was kind of a dick move to like just stop the Vance series there. But yeah, so tomorrow's video, or like, I don't know if it's gonna be tomorrow, it might be the next day, or you know, it might be like a week from now, I don't know. But the next video I make is going to be a Dobby X listener. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your morning, day, or night. Now I have a life to get back to, and I love you all so much. Bye bye.